Hi guys! Again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Math with Teens. Our topic for today is all about the angles of elevation and angles of depression. Okay, in angles of elevation and angles of depression, so we have the definition of terms. So first is the line of sight. So what is a line of sight? So it is an imaginary line that connects the eye of an observer to the objects being observed. So look at this figure. So we have the angle here and we have the segment or the line here that we call the horizontal line of sight. So that is the horizontal line. And then the second definition of term is we have angle of elevation. So is an angle from the horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object above. So this is the horizontal line of sight of the observer. So this is the observer to the object above. So when we look for the object above, so we have the angle of elevation. Next one, so if we have the angle of elevation, then this is the line of sight. We have the angle of depression. So it is an angle from the horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object below. So this is the horizontal line of sight. So uh, the observer to the object below. So this is the below of the horizontal line of sight. So that we call the angle of depression. So this is the line of sight. Okay, now let us give an example of angle of elevation and angle of depression. How can we know that this is the elevation or this is the depression? So number one, if you have a tree, then this is your the eye of the observer. Yeah, so you have to look for the above. So meaning you have, if we have 35 degrees, so what is that? Elevation or depression? So that is angle of elevation. For number two, if you have this, what you call it, this is called the boat or yeah, barko, like barko, yeah. So if you have the 34 degrees here, this is the line of sight, and you need to look for, object downward. So that we call, and that is we call it the angle of depression. Okay, the third one, you're looking above. So this is the observer looking above. So meaning you are in the angle of elevation. Yeah, that is the angle of elevation. Okay, let us give an example. Problem solving. Let us read first. A tower is 15.24 meter high. Look for this. This is a tower. A 15-meter high. At a certain distance away from the tower, an observer, so for example like that, so a tower is 15.24 again, meter high. At a certain distance away from the tower, an observer determines the angle of elevation to the top of it is 41 degrees. How far is the observer from the base of the tower? So this is the observer, the observer's eye. So this is the observer. How far is the observer from the base of the tower? So this will become your x. Let us find what is the measure of the x. And this is the 41 degrees. This is the angle of elevation. Okay, how can we solve this? So we are using now the trigonometric ratio. We have to use, it's either yung sine, cosine, TOA, tangent. So what will be the best to solve this? Is it sine? If we're going to use sine, opposite over the hypotenuse. So we don't have hypotenuse. So disregard the sine. How about the cosine? Cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So there's no hypotenuse again. So disregard the cosine. How about the tangent? So our tangent is opposite over the adjacent. So we have the opposite. The measure of the opposite is 15.24. Then the measure of the adjacent is x, and the tangent degree is tangent 41 degrees. So we're having a cross product. So we have x tangent 41 is equal to 15.24. And then, when we have like this, divided by into tangent 41 both sides, so we will cancel this. So we have x is equal to, press your calculator, your scientific calculator. So press 15.24 divided by tangent 41, and you will get 17.53 meters. So that will become the distance of the observer to the base of the tower, 17.53 meters. Okay, our second example. So we have from the top of a lighthouse, 40 feet above the sea, the angle of depression of a boat is 38 degrees. How far is the boat from the lighthouse? So let us look for the figure first. From the top of the lighthouse, this is the lighthouse, the top of the lighthouse, 40 feet above the sea. So this is the sea, 40 feet above the sea. The angle of depression, so this is the line of sight. And this, the angle of depression of a boat is 38 degrees. How far is the boat from the lighthouse? How far is the boat from the lighthouse? So this will be your x, or the missing measure on this figure. So first, we have 38 degrees here. So you can get the complement of 38. So the complement of 38 is 52 because you are going to find the degrees here. Or you have to use the transversal, parallel lines, transversal. So this is the alternate interior. So this is, they are equal. So 38 degrees, so this also 38 degrees. Okay? Then we are going to use the tangent again. Tangent theta is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. So the opposite, tangent 38 degrees, then is equal to the opposite is 40, then over x. After that, you're going to cross product. So we have x tangent 38 is equal to 40. Then you are going to divide both sides into tangent 38 degrees. So you need to cancel this one. So get your scientific calculator. So you need to press 40 divided by tangent 38. So it equals to 51.197. So you can round up this. So at least 2 decimal places. So we have 51.20 feet. So that will be the answer. 51.20 feet. Okay, that's all guys for today. So thank you for watching and God bless.